Golden Freddy would be living his life, or should I say afterlife, as his spirit claimed to his empty shell of a body. Eventually, the room would catch on fire, as everything would burn down in the trap. As his suit was burnt, finally his soul could be set free. Little did he know, his soul was going anywhere that was free. As suddenly he woke up in a new reality. As he looked down, he saw his hands were all furry. He was like a yellow bear now, but with sharp claws and teeth. As he looked around, he saw people walking everywhere. As he was confused, he didn't know where he was, so he just kept walking. Everything seemed so, new to him. He wasn't used to this new world. He wasn't used to this. He could feel that they were dead, like he was, but they weren't souls, they weren't ghosts, they were reincarnated, like he was now. He was lost, wandering, looking for a found sense of purpose, a found sense to do anything, but he couldn't find it until eventually Charlie would walk up to him. "You seem lost. You want to go to my hotel?" He said. She saw other people that seemed lost, but Golden Freddy was different. He was almost like a lost soul. But he shouldn't feel like that since he's gone to an afterlife. His soul should feel more founded, but it wasn't. It was so strange. She's never seen it before. Freddy would look at her and go, "Hotel? What kind of hotel?" "To redeem sinners and bring them into heaven." "Heaven? Where am I now?" "Oh, you just got here. Well, that explains a lot. You're, down below." Freddy would say, "But there's no torture, no screaming, no bloodshed." Charlie would laugh and say, "It gets pretty chaotic during exterminations, but it's not as bad as people think. Follow me," as Freddy would follow her into the hotel. Charlie would bring him into the hotel. As he looked around, he saw everyone there, as he simply kept staring silently. Golden Freddy wasn't the type to talk, but since he's here, and since his body is no longer an empty suit, he was more talkative, to say the least. But he still tried to keep to himself. As Charlie would say, "This is Vaggie, my bodyguard and girlfriend." Vaggie would say, "You better not cause trouble." As she would introduce him to everyone, eventually Alistair would walk up as he saw Golden Freddy and started to size him up, as he looked at him to top to bottom. As Freddy said, "May I help you?" "Oh, it's nothing." Alistair could sense there was more power to him. Freddy's powers stayed, but Alistair wasn't too worried. He was the mighty radio demon, and it seemed like Freddy wasn't here to cause any trouble. As Alistair would, continue to look at Golden Freddy. "I can tell you have a lot of power, so why are you here? Do you actually believe you can get redeemed? What kind of nonsense is that?" Golden Freddy would say, "If you don't believe in her dream, why are you here?" "For entertainment, of course." "Then why do you care if I'm in? Wouldn't having someone like me make it more entertaining?" "I think you're lying. You have a greater purpose in mind." Alistair would look extremely annoyed. No one talks to him like that. As he began to use his power, suddenly Golden Freddy would teleport behind him and say, "Try it." As Charlie would run in and stop them. Okay, guys, you made your point. Go cool off." As Alistair would walk away, Charlie would look at Golden Freddy and say, "I wouldn't really make him mad. He is pretty strong." Vaggie would say, "As much as I hate to admit it, that guy is pretty powerful." Golden Freddy would say, "You don't need to worry about me." As then he teleported away. Everyone was shocked. Charlie would say, "Did he just teleport?" Husk would simply take a drink and say, "The new guy's got some balls, huh? I like it." As Nifty would stand up and say, "He's a bad boy. I like that." Nifty started to laugh, as Husk would just sigh, "Whatever." As Nifty would really like Golden Freddy because he was a bad boy. He stood up to Alistair. He didn't care. And he was always so mysterious. Nifty really liked that. As the rest of the hotel started to get their own feelings about him, one day Charlie would knock on his door. As Golden Freddy came out, she would say, "Hey, I think we need to do some therapy. Get out your problems." Freddy would say, Do we have to?" "Well, you want to be redeemed, don't you?" He would sigh as Charlie would take him down for a therapy session. As Charlie and Golden Freddy would begin to talk, Charlie would say, "So, why are you down here?" Golden Freddy would begin to ponder. "I guess for trapping souls and having them stay forever." I mean, the puppet started it, but I definitely helped him out. The puppet? Who's the puppet? As Golden Freddy would begin to tell his story, how he was stuffed in a suit, but his suit couldn't move. So he helped others, like himself, find a way. As he spied on him, stayed there for anger and rage. and help souls possess things, and even help souls without suits, like Shadow Bonnie and the Shadow Figures. He was always there, always around. But now he is finally down here. Now he is finally able to rest because of the trap that was laid. Charlie was shocked by all these stories. It made sense, though. Souls can stay behind if they have unfinished business, but stay behind because of a suit, that was unheard of. However, not impossible. These suits must have been used with magic. Charlie was completely dumbfounded. She didn't know what to say. Until Charlie just hugged him and said, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything that happened. And you truly wanted revenge, and I understand that. But now, it's a time to rest. And it's time to give up revenge. And it's time to go forwards." As Charlie said this, Golden Freddy found a new sense of determination. His entire life was about revenge against the purple guy. His entire life was about rebuilding things. His entire life was about revenge, but now he can finally rest. Now he can finally be happy. As Golden Freddy started to get along, he started to enjoy his surroundings. He started to enjoy the hotel. However, one day, something interesting would happen. As he was sitting down and relaxing, Lucifer would walk in. As he would say, "Ah, powerful overlord, are you here to work?" "Actually, I'm here to be redeemed." "Really? I can tell you used to be a soul on Earth based on your aura. Tell me, what'd you do on Earth?" Golden Freddy would look up and say, "Revenge." As Lucifer would laugh and say, "This guy's interesting." As in, Lucifer would then start to walk away. But as he was walking away, he would start to beef with Alistair. And as this was going on, like in canon, suddenly Golden Freddy would join the song. Since he didn't really talk or sing much, just surprised everyone. Golden Freddy would sing, "You really want to know who's the greatest dad? You really want to know who's the greatest dad? Well, it's standing right here." As he teleported Alistair away, then teleported Lucifer in front of Charlie as he smiled. As Lucifer would say, "Really? Well, thank you." As Alistair would run back in later and scream at the top of his lungs. He was not happy with that little stunt. Apparently, Golden Freddy can teleport other people away too, which is quite interesting. However, as the time passed, things were getting closer and closer to the battle. It was a day before the battle, as they were all at the bar. Angel would look at Golden Freddy and say, "Hey there, cutie. What are you doing?" As Angel would start to flirt with Golden Freddy would look at him and say, "You know I was a kid when I was destroyed, right? I mean, technically, if you go by that logic," Angel would say, I didn't know. As in, Angel would walk away. As then Golden Freddy would sigh and continue to sit down. As Husk would say, "That got him packing. I mean, if you count the years you've not been alive, you can..." Golden Freddy would say, "It's complicated. Anyway, how are you?" Husk would say, "I'm fine. You nervous about the battle?" Freddy would look down and say, "Yeah. I never fought prey like this before. I don't know how this will play out." Husk would say, "Yeah, that sucks. Too bad you have to fight." As then Golden Freddy had an idea. What if he didn't have to fight? What if he could put all his fighting behind him? I mean, he didn't really fight, just kind of kidnap people and stuff. Stuffed them in suits, things like that. But, now he didn't really have to do that. As Golden Freddy would smile and say, "You're right." As then he left. Husk would say, "What was that about?" As then the next day would come, no one would see Golden Freddy until eventually Adam himself would come with an army of exorcists. As Adam was there, Adam began to laugh as he looked around. "Is this it? Is this all the people who would challenge me?" Suddenly he heard a teleportation noise. As he turned around, it was Lucifer, Golden Freddy, Foxy, Bonnie, and all of the spirits that stuffed inside the suits. Adam would say, "Who the F are you?" As suddenly he was attacked, jumped by all of them at once as they all surrounded him. The power of the spirits that were locked away, a power of the spirits that were destroyed, suddenly on Adam. Adam would try his best to fight back and push them off, but as the angels came in to help, the center army of the people from the Eat People town distracted them. As Adam was overwhelmed, he was quickly defeated. As Lucifer would look at Golden Freddy and say, "Thank you." As Golden Freddy would smile and say, "No, thank you. Thank all of you for bringing me a home. Thank all of you for being here for me. And thank all of you for being my new family. It's way better than the Afton family." As then they all started to laugh. Lucifer would say, "I don't get it." Golden Freddy would say, had to be there." as then he would stay there with the rest of the animatronics as they all felt a home inside of the hotel, a place where they can be safe and a place where they can be themselves. And that's going to leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments below. I really enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Golden Freddy's definitely a unique character. He's a mysterious character, and that's why I liked him. Now, I may have added some lore there. It wasn't there, but I had to make it more interesting, you know? Also, I couldn't help myself with that whole Afton family reference, you know? Couldn't help myself but add that because, you know, it was a great reference, you know? It was a great reference. It was a great thing to add. It was just, you know, it all came together. It all came together. Anyway, I hope you all have an amazing day. I love you all. And what more crossovers do you want to see? Do you like Golden Freddy? Let me know in the comments below. Who's your favorite Five Nights at Freddy's character? And who's your favorite Hazbin character? Please let me know. And also know what's your favorite ship? Like, what type of ship would you want to see on the show if I ever did a ship again? I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. And I'd love to hear your opinions. And thank you so much for being beautiful. Thank you so much for being my audience. And thank you so much for always being there for me, for always watching me. It means the world to me. I'm so glad you're here. And I'm so glad I have you. And I'm so glad I have wonderful people like you who watch my content. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Peace out.